In this section, we've got some of your replies to our question online when we asked, what's your favourite food stall at Download Festival? Now, this is, I think this has probably got the most reaction out of any of the questions that we've ever asked on this show. We have had so much response, haven't we?
Oh, yeah. This was, honestly, I was actually quite surprised by the amount of responses we've had. So thank you very much for that. Clearly, food is a massive part of all our lives. I'm not surprised there's an obesity problem in this country.
Yes, and I'm adding to that with every mouthful. So we have a lot of, I mean, there's a huge number of people who actually are vegan and vegetarian who have listed some of their favourite places, but there are a lot more places to choose from now. That's become a thing, hasn't it? What's some of your favourites?
My favourite, but the top of the list of my favourite food, because food again is very important to me, is the Bunnyman's Bunny Chow, which essentially is a spicy beef. Well, it can be beef, like a chili, inside half a loaf of bread, topped off with either sour cream or hummus, and with a little bit of garlic bread. It's amazing. It's easy to handle, and it tastes fantastic. And that seems to be a very popular choice. I've just noticed Mel Greenway. She said, without a doubt, Bunnyman's Bunny Chow, and even tagged them in it. And they let us know that they will be back to download. So that's really good news.
Oh, it'd be weird without seeing them there, wouldn't it?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, I have to say, I think that Bunnyman's Bunny Chow is the number one answer that we got. Yorkshire puddings, good value as well from Christy Ford. I agree. I like those Yorkshire puddings because it's not just a Yorkshire pudding. It's basically a Sunday dinner in a Yorkshire pudding, and it is gorgeous. I think that's probably my favourite.
I think I mentioned in one of your in one of the pilot videos, it's the apex, the king or queen of festival food. And honestly, I agree. I don't think they've got an option for me, but yeah, on a Sunday when you're sitting on the top of the hill and you're watching a band, it's perfect for a nice little meal. I said nice big meal, sorry, to keep you going for the rest of the day.
Jodie Lee says, I'm so sorry to all the wrong answers above. Those Yorkie puddings have changed our life. So another fan of those.
That's brilliant.
Now, I did mention there's a vegan wrap place. Jamie Gilchrist has said the Crumble Shack and the vegan wrap place, lol. Can't remember the name. Do you remember the name of that place?
No. I can't even remember the vegan Big Mac I had at the pilot.
Oh my God, that was incredible.
That was an insanely good burger, and I wasted half of it down my front and around my chin. But it was fucking fantastic.
You got it all down your front.
It was all down your front, as you said, yeah. There is a vegan place that we had, Bloodstock, that is coming back to download and was at the pilot, is the Meatless Farm. Meatless Farm you can find it in any supermarket now, and they've actually got themselves a stall at the festival, where they served, I think, burgers, hot dogs, kebabs, a portion of chips. Brilliant. I'd recommend Meatless Farm to anybody that is obviously not a meat eater.
There's a few people mentioning Easy Cheesy. Ryan John Athay has said Easy Cheesy, by far my favourite, as well as Jamie O'Neill. Easy Cheesy, in spite of the fact that I feel like a complete goblin after eating that cheese sauce.
Yeah, I've got a Jenna Kate saying Easy Cheesy, and I have to agree with there's a chap that mentioned he feels like a goblin after eating it, because the last time I had an Easy Cheesy a few years ago, so it can either hit you in two ways. It can either clog you up for the entire weekend and you feel like a goblin, as just said, or even if you've got the slightest lactose intolerance, it's going to be a very uncomfortable time in the Portaloos.
Yes, I can attest to that. Kaylee Payne has said the duck fat chips and nacho cheese dipped burgers. I actually remember those. Yeah.
I'm sure that was at Easy Cheesy, was it not? Or was that a different stall?
I'm not sure now, actually, but I do remember the nacho cheese dipped burgers and the duck fat chips, and thinking that was incredible. Yeah.
I like the idea of it because I watched them do it. Like they either take the hot dog or a burger, they dip it in that cheese sauce and that's your cheeseburger in the bun. And that was really interesting to see. If that's from Easy Cheesy, then cool. But I said it doesn't react very well.
Yeah. Rachel Harben says, any that sell decent cheeseburgers and donuts. I have to mention this about donuts. I don't know what year it was, but I remember me and Dave Kingdon, who you will have heard on earlier podcasts, went to get some donuts, freshly made. There was a big queue of people in the village getting freshly made donuts. And they were so fresh that by the time we got to the front of the queue, they were so busy. And got these donuts. We wolfed them down, and I was up in the middle of the night with the shits. I think Dave was being sick in the middle of the night.
Most people say they had a dicky tummy. No, that's fine. You just say you had the shits.
Well, yeah, because I can. Now, so that's the only thing, because I think the place was. I wouldn't name the vendor, but I guess they were so busy that they just weren't. They must have had the fryer on full, and just as soon as it's cooked on the outside, then serve them up. But that was that on one occasion. I'm not really one for that sort of thing. I don't really have the donuts because it lays heavy on your stomach, doesn't it? But Jason Brown says buffalo chili. Anthony Lewis says none. They're all too expensive. And they are too expensive. I agree with that.
I like that. That's tickled me.
Hannah Stamford says the noodle stand.
Oh yes. See that noodle stand is brilliant. Because it caters to the picky eater of the festivals.
The fussy eaters. Cowie Georgini says £3 noodles. Is there a £3 noodle stand?
I don't know. Maybe there's a £3 option of noodles. I don't know.
Pizza
with a noodle bar.
Jade Emily Louise says pizza pasta from Bath, best pizza in the world.
Did we not have that at the pilot? The pizza.
Pizza pasta from, I don't know really. I mean, there's a few places that do pizza, isn't there? But we did have a pizza and they didn't have any cheese.
No, they ran out of the vegan cheese. Obviously, vegan is very popular.
Yeah. Stuart Wilkinson says, for the future, Greggs. Now, am I wrong in thinking that there was a petition at one stage or some sort of movement?
There was, yeah. There's also a person that's been there the last couple of times. There's been a full download in full Greggs attire.
Really?
Greggs leggings. He's bought a Greggs suit with a Greggs tie. It's hilarious. But I don't understand how in the north, especially in Leeds, I remember because I used to live in Leeds, there was like, I don't know, 6 or 7 Greggs in Leeds city centre alone.
Oh, on one street, yeah.
It must be where I live. There isn't a Greggs, I don't think.
Really?
Or if there is, there's only one.
Wouldn't it be great to have one at Download? I mean,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'd be there for having the vegan steak bake every day.
Lee Curtis says the Muller Rice bus saved my life a few times.
Muller Rice bus.
I don't remember that, to be honest.
Maybe that was something that was floating around the arena because sometimes they do things like that.
Oh God, yes, they do, don't they?
You only did half of Stuart Wilkinson's one. He said the hippie chippy. A portion of chips with fucking garlic rosemary or any other sort of herb and spices on it. I think they do barbecue chips as well. Just a bit of a pick-me-up in the form of chips with different flavourings. Fantastic. I would second that one.
Philip Martin Piscor says the rotisserie chicken stand. Only saw it there in 2016 though. I don't remember. I mean, to be honest, I've
seen that, and my first reaction was, poor chickens. But no, there is definitely a rotisserie chicken place. I think they were at Bloodstock as well, actually.
I wander around in a drunken haze, and so I don't really remember any of these.
That's your own bloody fault.
I know. Charlie Graham says, haven't been in a while, but it's good to see veggies and vegans have a bit of choice at Download. I mean, you can speak to that really, can't you?
Damn right. I mean, so taking me out of the equation, it is a good thing that there are more options. Obviously, we are told almost daily that a vegan lifestyle is better for the environment, blah, 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 blah. So it is good to see that Download and other festivals are looking to cater for that, especially for those of us, again, that don't want to eat meat. It is really good to see.
Yeah, a lot of people are demanding that now, really, aren't they? It's a lifestyle that is catching on. But as a contrast to that, Michael Stark says, mine was a few years ago called Piggy Smalls. Best hot dogs ever.
I'm sorry, the name Piggy Smalls is just a brilliant, that's brilliant marketing.
Yeah, incredible. I mean, by far and away, though, the Bunnyman's Chow, whatever it's called, thing, that is the number one. They must do so well every year because everyone seems to love that.
I've got another one as well that I haven't seen been mentioned, is the paella place. That's my second staple at a festival food, is the paella. It's always next to Bunny Chow as well. That would be my recommendation to anybody, because you do get a nice hefty portion as well. Obviously, you have chicken, prawn, and there is a vegan veggie option as well. Dash of Tabasco sauce and lemon juice. Beautiful. Fresh coriander. Oh, my mouth's watering just thinking about it.
And we all like a hefty portion. So that's it for this episode. We'll be back soon. And until then, we will see you on the socials. Just look for FestPod or go to festpod.co.uk for all of our previous episodes. We're also now on YouTube, so you can subscribe to us there. You won't actually see our faces, but you will see annotations. You'll see. So if you if you have it on in the background and you drift off because you're doing something else, if you look back at the screen, you'll see what you're missing. Basically, I've written basically what we're talking about, so that you'll never be far away from jumping back in. So subscribe to us on YouTube. Just look for FestPod. And why don't you give us a 5-star review on whatever platform you're listening to us on? It does help new people find us, and it would be nice to get any reviews at all, because I don't think we've had any. I haven't seen any. But that's it. We will catch you next time. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye. A Wilco Productions podcast.
I was within licking distance.